Because I don't remember.
No, we're starting with your shit,
Okay,
bitch. You're doing it.
if I remember, it should be something like this. This is generic. I'll just do this generic stuff. Alright.
Have a look. Susanoo, Arrow, Sasuke, or Susanoo, Arrow, Susanoo, Sasuke, Naruto. Yeah, sure, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Actually, no, I disagree with the last bit, but I'm fine with Susanoo, Arrow greater than Susanoo, greater than Sasuke.
Okay. So why do you disagree with
As a
Sasuke
matter
and
of
Naruto
fact,
being equal?
I mean, give me your fucking reasoning for it, buddy. You're gonna
Oh,
make
okay,
me
you
claim.
want my reasoning for it? Naruto verbatim
Yeah.
states they're equal after seeing, like, they're both, like,
Uh,
uh
uh, sorry. Anyway, can you get me that scan?
yeah,
Actually, I don't need that
like
fucking scan.
Fuck.
Naruto's equal statement is him saying if they fought one another, they'd die, right?
yeah, and it's
Yeah,
talking about
you're
our
aware this can
Shinran.
be you're aware this can be more philosophical.
Yeah, why is it more philosophical?
Because when Naruto makes a very similar statement to his friends, that he can't just have waltzed in there and defeated Sasuke, even when Sasuke is weakened, it's clarified with Hagoromo that he was referring to Indra and Ashura within their bodies. So when he says, "Oh, if me and Sasuke fight, we both die," all this can simply mean is that, yeah, Naruto can win, but when Naruto dies, they're just going to reincarnate and fight to the death again and again and again. So it doesn't change anything and it doesn't matter.
Alright, so can you show me that stuff? Because I think I'm reading through the scene right now that I was thinking of, and I'm pretty sure it literally states, or Naruto literally says their power is equal at one point.
No, he doesn't opt, but you can look for that if you want.
Anyways, can you show me the scenes you were talking about?
Yeah, I can get you the fucking Hagoromo clarification. It should
Okay.
be this one. Yep, okay. 2262, cool. It will be in evidence in 1 second.
Alright, cool.
Six, two, there you go.
Mm. Yeah, in this scene, it's phrased more like a hunch, because Naruto says, it's the way it's framed is more like Naruto is just like he had the idea before, but now he's actually concrete about it. So beforehand, he still could have been talking about that they actually would have both died.
That's not what's stated in the scan. A similar statement is made to the Konoha 11, and he is referring to the Indra and Ashura within them, and Hagoromo clarifies this. Hagoromo was like, "That's not what you meant," and Naruto said, "Yeah." So even if it is a hunch, it doesn't change the fact that this is simply what he can be referring to. He
Oh
can be
wait,
referring his statement off of a hunch.
alright, so wait, you're saying that if him and so for them to reincarnate, they would both have to die from fighting. So
No, I'm saying that Naruto would eventually die, they'd reincarnate, and then keep fighting one another and hating one another in their next lives. Like
okay, so
Naruto could die of like AIDS in a couple of years or something. Doesn't matter to me.
I don't see this as a defeater. This seems that it could still just work with my thing. They both just kill each other and then they
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
reincarnate and
Well,
both
yeah,
fight.
it could. You're the one who needs to prove that it does. Don't give a fuck.
Yeah, okay, so I basically would just use the same explanation that you just used, but instead of saying one of them dies, it's more likely for both of them to die because in the
Why?
Rasengan Chidori clash right there where they're both nerfed, Naruto's nerfed by poison, Sasuke's nerfed by literally everything. Uh, they both clash and both get knocked back. Neither suffer like giant injuries from it, but neither die from it, showing that they're both equal in this instance.
Okay, they're equal in this instance, but you have no idea how MS and Sage Mode compare to one another as multipliers. As a matter of fact, there's more in like the line of reasoning to say Sage Mode is more close to like an EMS kind of amp.
Why is
Because
that?
Madara, because when Madara is brought back and he has no eyes and then gets Sage mode, Hashirama's like he's really close to his original power. So
So why is the Sage Mode purely because it could be due to the fact that he now has both like he has him and Hashirama cells both mixed into his body, which would be creating the Hagoromo cells to create the Rinnegan. So it could be that he still has like the Rinnegan chakra or whatever, but not like just the Rinnegan awakened in his eyes, because obviously he doesn't have them right
uh, that seems like an incredibly strange interpretation to hold. Because whenever they discuss the Renegon, it's the Renegon themselves that have the overwhelming power. So I don't see any reason to believe that the fusion of the chakra that they hold would inherently birth a great power increase on its own in the body.
now. Damn, I forgot how much better you were than everyone else. All right, give me a second to think about this. I whatever. I'm gonna lose this. I want to go into your arguments, so I want to see what those are.
Uh, so you're aware that Naruto pushes Pain harder than anyone ever has before, and Pain has to like distract him by murdering Fukasaku in order to take him out in stage mode.
Yeah.
Okay. So if Pain is getting his ass beat that bad, and then is worried enough to distract Naruto by killing Fukasaku, then that would simply mean that Naruto is a relative threat to Pain, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And Pain is stated stronger than Itachi, correct?
I don't know about that one.
Okay, I'll get you the statement. You know the statement.
What a taught or
Strongest
pain
man
is
of the
unbeatable.
Akatsuki.
Oh, that's true.
Strongest
That's
man
true.
of the Akatsuki.
Let me think. What were my refutes to that?
Probably
Um,
the same ones that I gave you.
yeah, probably. Oh, yeah, but I don't remember them. Here, I'll just say what comes to the top of my head. We have no reason to believe that this is from the actual manga because every official translation doesn't have that. It's only on these like weird sketchy sites. Like if you go to Viz, it doesn't have it on there. And
Uh,
every time it's written there too, pain isn't even spelled right. Pain is P-E-I-N, so I just don't think that's an official
uh,
thing.
okay, so Pein is just like how it's spelled in Japanese or by rookie translations. And now, when it comes to rookie translations, the reason why it has to be translated by rookies is because these statements only exist when the chapters are coming out and don't exist in the final volume because they're simply no longer needed. Because they're used to hype up the next chapter to get people excited for it. But you don't need to get somebody excited to read the next chapter when it's the next page along in the volume. So that's why it's not on there.
Oh, yeah, so then from that, I would just say that it's probable that like the statement wasn't even correct. They were just trying to hype up the next chapter.
No, not necessarily. Because when it comes to making statements like this, whenever they're like coming across as if the statement is questionable or, oh, it's a maybe, they always phrase it differently than that. Like, for example, when Pain and Naruto are fighting and Pain like rips him out of stage mode with the Praetor Path, they have something that says like Pain's mighty power has overcome stage Naruto with a question mark. But this statement just definitively said the strongest man in the Akatsuki rises. So,
This statement is before Itachi dies, right? If I remember right.
it's after.
It's after Itachi
Actually,
dies?
actually, no, it's before. Actually, it's
Okay.
I believe between
'Cause I
or
believe it's
somewhere
right
in
before the
the
fight, like the Itachi Sasuke
yeah.
fight.
I think it's right. Yeah, it's before Itachi Sasuke after uh like Itachi Pursuit. It's like 363 or something. I forgot. I just know that it's after they discuss Deidara's death, which is before the Itachi fight.
So why is so I think this would just be comparable to the things in the data books, like claiming Sasuke is the strongest or like has power which exceeds that of the Akatsuki. It's another hyperbolic statement meant to hype up a certain character. Like
Why is
we
that
know,
statement hyperbolic?
which one, the Sasuke one or
The Sasuke one, because we had this discussion before. Do we need to go down this route?
yeah, we're gonna go down it. All right. So Sasuke only was able to survive against Deidara because of a pure luck thing, like being able to reverse summon himself. His power didn't exceed
Why is
Deidara. They
that
were
luck?
why is that what?
You're aware that power just means the ability to do things. So Sasuke summoning and genjutsuing Manda is just an extension of his ability to do things. So that's not a contradiction.
Alright, so if Sasuke had come up to fight Kisame, then Kisame still would have been able to beat him because Kisame should be relative to like 7th gate guy who was fuck what his
Oh,
guy's skill.
okay, yeah. I could just save you the trouble. He doesn't scale Pacific Guy. The only way of demonstrating that is him using a very particular terrain advantage and the fact that Guy has to hold back, and then the two move at a similar speed. And the problem with that is for somebody like Guy, the only way to hold back the power of your punches is by slowing the momentum down. So it doesn't go anywhere.
Alright, yeah, I can see it.
Cool. You didn't even let me finish my scale, but it's whatever.
Yeah, it's whatever. I'll beat you someday. Don't